Hello, hello. Welcome to day 3 of the Manifest by Design Challenge. My name's Michelle. If we've been spending the last 3 days together, I have had so much fun. And if you are just showing up today for the first time, awesome. You can start here. You can watch the replays, or you can just dive into right now. So if you can see me, if you can hear me, let me know in the comments. Make sure all the things are working well with technology real quick. So if you can just comment that in the group. Okay, so today we are talking about mindfulness. So before we get started, quick reminder that yesterday's prize is a Sunny Soul Guide journal, and that is also the prize for today. I have some with me here. They're super cute, and they are a self-care / manifestation journal that you set your intentions for the day, your gratitude, who you're sending love to. It really has so much in it from what I've been studying and applying in my life the last many number of years. And so that's a part of how this journal came to be. So every comment on a video or a post in the group today earns you an entry into the prize drawing for the journal. And I will be announcing yesterday's winner soon. All right. So let's introduce ourselves today. If you're new or if you've been here for a few days, go ahead and, okay. Hello. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Jocelyn. Okay, so introduce yourselves. Let's hear what you're enjoying from the challenge so far. Anything new that has stood out to you? What aha moments are you having? Would love for you to comment those in the group. And then the other people in the group will be able to learn from your breakaways, your breakthroughs, your ahas. So would love if you can share those or post those in the group. Okay. And for today's topic, I'd love to know how familiar you are with the topic of mindfulness, mindfulness meditation, and overall healing. So go ahead and share a little bit about that if you feel called to open up about your journey with that, or if you've wanted to learn more about it, or what your experience with meditation has been in the past and this week. I know some people are saying that guided meditation has been better this week. And so that is something that I'm passionate about sharing, is the step-by-step process for learning mindfulness and learning meditation, because there is a process to it and everybody can learn how to have these practices in their life. Okay, so we're talking about mindfulness. So mindfulness means paying attention to what's happening in the present moment, in the mind, the body, and our external environment, with an attitude of curiosity and kindness. So I know sometimes it can be a little bit vague when you go to meditate. Are you just supposed to think of nothing? You know, the mind is very active, and that is normal. That is very normal. But this shift of, what if I just shift paying attention to the present moment and noticing the sensations, noticing the thoughts that come in. And that's part of the practice, just the awareness of what you're noticing. Okay, so I have a little 2-minute challenge. We are going to practice 2 minutes of mindfulness right now. So again, remembering it's the awareness of your experience right now without stories of judgment. If you want to, you can focus on the breath. And through your nose. Through your mouth. And when we really take the time to just slow down and be in the moment, and focus on our breath, it's amazing what can shift with such a simple practice, right? Our bodies have the innate ability to heal and to relax, but it does take just a little bit of intention sometimes. So we'll do a couple more deep breaths for minutes of mindfulness. And then just share if you can feel any shifts in that short amount of time. I know everybody's life is so busy nowadays, right? We're so busy, but we deserve to take control of our time, to take control of what's important to us, and to feel good in what we're filling our days with. All right. So a little bit about the evidence for mindfulness, the scientific studies that have been happening lately in the West, and that mindfulness is really growing momentum and has so many positive benefits. And I think most of us know that meditation is good for us, but when we find a specific point that relates to our life, it can give more motivation to create that habit, to create the container where we make time for doing this slow, mindful breathing and doing a guided meditation, the thing that feels really good to you with mindfulness. Okay, so it helps us to have enhanced self-awareness, emotional regulation, decreased stress and anxiety, greater focus, better decision-making, probably because we're more in a relaxed state, have more clear mind, more clear in our emotions, which again, all of this ties in with human design as well. Because for me, learning human design at the same time as mindfulness is such a really good pair, because you're having mindfulness in the application of how your energy works, how your emotions are, how your mind is, how active your mind is. Those kind of things can tie really beautifully together for just learning this deep level of how you work and what makes you uniquely you and how to best work with your energy. So it helps also with empathy and compassion, which obviously is going to improve your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others, with, your kids, your spouse or your partner. And it goes even further and further than that, right? With community, with strangers in the street, giving people the benefit of the doubt. And it's interesting how it ties together with your own self-talk. Remembering, sometimes it's initially, I think, harder for us to be that kind, safe space for ourselves, and learning how to do this, how to have mindfulness and self-compassion, and how it actually spreads out even more to interactions with all of humanity, even deeper compassion, deeper understanding, putting yourselves in others' shoes. So we practiced a little bit of that today with the loving kindness meditation. So if you haven't had a chance to do today's meditation, you can watch that. And that is one of my favorite practices for literally visualizing, sending love to someone else and feeling that love come back to you. Okay, and then mindfulness actually improves overall health. Many health ailments and things like that can be prevented or repaired from mindfulness and meditation. It's super fascinating. Meditation actually can make you younger. It's scientifically proven that the telomeres that are part of your DNA and tied to your youthfulness, you actually scientifically with daily meditation, slow aging. So just one fun fact on that. Okay, so comment below which of these benefits would jump out to you right now. It's like, okay, I want to start practicing daily meditation and mindfulness because I really need that in my life. Like that would be such a helpful benefit for me to continue this practice of. If there's something that jumps out as you, it's like this really motivating part to it. I'd love to hear that if you want to share that in the comments, or any improvements you have felt from this week, from just the few meditations we've done together. And if you already have a practice and you're very regular with this, would love to hear your experience with that too and how it's been life-changing for you. Okay, so the first pillar of mindfulness that I want to talk about is awareness of your current experience. So when you're practicing mindfulness, and again, wondering, okay, am I supposed to have a blank mind? I just turn off my thoughts. It's more so about becoming aware of what your senses are experiencing. What are you sensing? What are you thinking? What do you see? And noticing, kind of like a little child again, right? Like when a baby, I know a lot of you are moms, when your baby is everything so new and so exciting and so fun, just being outside, seeing different changes in weather, different animals. They're so fascinated with this childlike wonder and awe at the colors, the textures, the movements, right? Before we learn the titles to things, before we learn the labels to things and to judge things, we just are living in awe of what we see. And so mindfulness is returning to that and seeing the beauty, the noticing of our experience without control or forcing it into a box, which really gives us freedom in our minds to create. It creates less anxiety. It creates less rigidity. And so it frees up your experience. Okay. Then another aspect to mindfulness is noticing your physical sensations. So this is a lot of what we do in the somatic healing practice that tomorrow we'll be doing the somatic healing at this time live on Zoom. So hope you can make it. And this has been super helpful for me to heal and clear my mind and understand myself, to become more aware of physical sensations. So noticing, okay, what am I feeling in my chest? What am I feeling in my stomach? What does it feel like? What emotion am I feeling? And what does that feel like? What are the different textures? What are the different temperatures? When you really start to break it down, you can notice in smaller and smaller ways what your physical sensations are. So it's cultivating sensuality, it's cultivating embodiment when you do this practice of just greater awareness of paying attention to what you're physically experiencing. And again, with our busy world, it's easy to get caught up in our minds and get caught up in the thinking and the to-dos. But when we ground into our bodies and we notice the physical sensations, this is how we slow down. This is how we get present. And so, yes, that is one important aspect to mindfulness. Now, this is a super fascinating chart about the emotions specifically. So I shared the emotional frequency chart. They are now, able to study this energy and study energetically what emotions feel like, what emotions look like in the body. So noticing where the heat comes in the body. And isn't that just so fascinating? Let me know if you've ever seen this chart before, if this is new to you. Like depression, just cold and like isolated versus happiness. It's just really, really interesting. Okay. So I know this chart is really hard to read, but I also thought this is super cool to share, and I can share a copy in the group that, quite often we think of as emotions and feelings in our body just as simplified expressions of happiness or fear or anger. But emotions can be described so much more broad, broken down into different layers and different levels. So strong, medium, and light in each of the different emotions and all the different ways that we could express our emotions to ourselves, becoming aware. Like, how am I truly deeply feeling right now? Taking that time. And then as we become aware of that, we're better able to communicate with our loved ones and with everyone about our needs, our feelings. And, as we practice this self-care, we feel better, we feel lighter, and we manifest this greater, better life, right? So manifesting really does start from within, with awareness of what our experience is in this moment. And the daily practice, the moment-to-moment practice, embodying this higher version of ourselves creates the bigger picture, creates the bigger manifestation. So it happens piece by piece. So let me know if you're with me on this, if that resonates, and how you would describe how you're feeling right now. If you could pick an emotion, how are you feeling? Okay. So emotional intelligence is that ability to monitor your feelings and emotions, to notice them, and to allow this information to decide how this information about how you're feeling is going to affect your behavior. So mindfulness is having that separation between noticing this feeling, noticing this heat, this texture in the body, and how you want to work with that emotion. And human design, again, comes in handy for this practice, whether you have a completely open solar plexus, or you have defined gates, or you have a colored in solar plexus. So with human design, it'll be the triangle on the right. And that can greatly change your relationship to your emotions. You can study the patterns of how your natural emotional waves are experienced and how to work with them in your life, and to know that that's natural for you, and to not judge yourself if you do have a continual defined emotional pattern that's in the chart, or if you're someone who has an open solar plexus, you're picking up the emotions of others, of those that you're around, and noticing, okay, I need to notice when I'm absorbing emotions and what the best practice is for me to clear them. So again, I just love how it all ties in together as I've studied these different topics. Okay, and so the existential view of emotions is I am sad or I am angry. And mindfulness is the shift to a physiological, momentary experience of I am feeling sadness or anger in my body. And this is super helpful for teaching kids mindfulness, how to label their feelings, how to help them cope with this is a passing energy through your body. It's not who you are. It might feel big. It might feel scary or overwhelming or make you want to take these actions. But the more you befriend your emotions, get comfortable with them, and verbally express them, the easier it is to work with your emotions. Okay, and then next in mindfulness is thoughts. So noticing the types of distracting thoughts that pop up. Again, this is very normal with our intellectual, creative, wonderful minds. So just noticing the tendency the mind has of looking to the future or the past, wanting to worry or ruminate or figure out a problem. It's trying to do something good and productive, right? But can you, through mindfulness, change the relationship you have with your thoughts? You totally can. You totally can. And it's a practice of not getting caught up in the story that your mind wants to spin and attribute and sometimes take things personally. One of my favorite phrases from my mentor that I learned, the somatic healing method that I teach, is drop the story and be with the feelings. That phrase is so life-changing because quite often our intellectual minds thinks we can think our way out of our problems. We just need to think more. We just need to get the answer. But it's a trick. Quite often we can drop the stories, be with the feelings being the root. And as the feelings are felt and let go, if we pick up the story again, quite often the story is gone. It actually had an emotional root that was causing the thought. So let me know if that speaks to you, if you feel me on that. Okay. So non-judgment in mindfulness is this ability to notice and withhold judgment of what you see, what you think, what you experience, without labeling it as should not, or that's wrong, or that's bad. Can you take this practice to notice, get curious about that? Just an observation, being curious about what you experience. So for me, daily mindfulness and somatic healing has helped me in so many ways. I've developed greater self-love, self-compassion, cleared anxiety and fear and discontent from my life. I'm now more patient, more peaceful, more understanding in my relationships. And I really notice it as a mom and in my marriage and more. Really in so many ways in my relationships, this has been profoundly helpful for me. So it also has helped me to have greater confidence and visibility and success in my business, because for many, many years, I had this calling on my heart to serve and to have a business and to help people. But I had those emotional blocks that kept hitting a wall for quite a while. And once I did the healing with the somatic work and the learning of mindfulness and rewiring my subconscious, I stepped into this new layer of freedom in my manifestations and in my goals because I wasn't blocking myself anymore. I got more clear on what I wanted, who I am, what my gifts are, what I'm here to do. And then it's a smoother path for creating the manifestations you desire, for creating your dreams. And so this alignment of all the different things I'm talking about this week in the group has led to greater invitations and recognizing myself and seeing myself and being seen for my authenticity. And so yeah, I've absolutely loved doing all these practices. So tell me if this resonates so far, how you're feeling. I'm now going to share a little bit more about, okay, awesome. So I'm now going to share, how can you continue? How will this help you? How can I help you more? So imagine how you would feel if you were doing these kind of activities every day, doing mindfulness and learning how to manifest by having your thoughts and your feelings and your actions aligned towards your dreams, towards your goals, to have your limiting beliefs cleared and your wounds around money cleared. Okay. So how would that feel for you? I want you to just imagine, how would it feel for you if you were full of self-love, self-acceptance, experiencing harmony in your relationships? If you were treating yourself even better, allowing yourself to be fully you, and to be allowing yourself to grow and expand in what it is that you desire that's on your heart, if it's sharing with other people the things that you feel called to do. And would this help you to take chances and take brave steps in your manifestations, to have the actions aligned so you can, have what you desire for your personal definition of abundance and success and freedom? So just imagine how that would be for you. And what would your life look like embodying your higher self? What improvements would you make? In what areas? Would it be finances? Would it be showing up, allowing yourself to be seen? Would you let yourself relax more? Spend time doing what you love? Clearing things off your plate that are just not worth the stress? Spending more time with loved ones? Feeling in a better mood? What kinds of things can you see could happen? So what if you could become this way, this higher version of yourself, have this progress, have these manifestations without having to spend thousands of dollars and many, many years of time doing the healing work, doing the transformation work, taking courses and certifications and all these different things to get that result? So this is my solution for you that I've created for how to become the abundant, joyful, loving, and higher version of you. So you'll get live coaching with me, on-demand training, priceless tools of all these things I've been studying and learning and connecting the dots with for many, many years. And also the amazing women and experts to teach workshops on these different topics along with me. And workbooks and interactive healing that actually works and saves time. So this is my method, getting the full approach to healing and growth and transformation. Working on the mindset, working on the body healing, and working on learning your energy. Okay, so it is the Self-Mastery and Manifestation membership that I have been creating. It's been a long journey to get here, and a weighted community that I'm super excited to share. So it has my deep online library of all the things I've been studying and connecting the dots with to share with you. The different journaling exercises. I'll be doing the live morning meditations like in this challenge, and it'll be in a different container, so it won't be blocked by Facebook for the sound. Okay, and morning routines, money belief work, all this, the support in the group. So estimating it's about, honestly, it's probably worth even more than that in value of all the things that if you went and bought them individually and put them in there. I'd estimate it's around that and the value of it. And then I'm also going to be doing live weekly human design group coaching calls. So human design, again, it takes a long time to learn about yourself and learn the different parts to it. But having a group coaching container where you can learn, okay, that's what this means, that's what this, and ask questions, is super helpful for making it even faster to healing and alignment and stepping into your higher self. And weekly somatic healing classes for clearing out those blocks that are sabotaging and blocking what you desire. And the monthly expert workshops. So there's going to be total more than 10 calls available. And it is worth at least this, if not more. But I am doing a super good deal for the membership. So I decided to make it super affordable because I want collective healing and embodiment and all these things that I love so much to be affordable. So this is what I decided would be a really good price and fair to offer. The $47 a month for the live daily meditations and all the course materials, and $147 a month for the weekly live sessions. And then I decided to make it an even better deal for founding members. So a founding member being the very first members of the membership. So this is pricing that is only for this first founding member group joining the membership. So it's $17 and $77 with the live coaching aspect. But I'm also doing for founding members, you get to join at the $17 price with all the live classes, live healing sessions, live human design coaching, monthly live expert workshops for only $9. So it's a crazy good deal. So it's $9 for the first month of the membership with all of those things, the course materials, the weekly human design calls, the weekly somatic healing classes, and the expert workshops. But I'm only doing this for the first 50 members of the membership. And there is one more incredible bonus to share today. Okay, so included for the first 10 people in the membership is the Goddess Era Workshop. So this is with Kelsey Larson. She is a human design branding and business expert. I took her Spellbound Branding by Human Design course, and it is incredible. It is just value-packed. I learned so much in it. And she is now hosting a workshop that is $333 for the 9 workshop classes. So 3 of those, I will be teaching the embodiment aspect to the workshop. And 6 of the workshop classes are learning your goddess archetypes, which will help to catapult your business. So that is coming up soon. And so 10 people can join this workshop live as a bonus with just that $9 sign-up price. So it's a crazy good deal. But 4 people have taken spots for this. So there is 6 spots left for the live training of the Goddess Era workshop. So if you don't get in the first 6 spots, the workshop will be uploaded into the membership. You'll still be able to access the course as a member, but for the live aspect with the Zoom coaching and training, that is for the next 6 people only. So if you're like, okay, let's do this, let's sign up, then send me a message or email me, founding member, and I'll know that you want one of those top 10 spots, the early bird spots. Okay. All right, so that is everything I have for you today. I did want to share about the membership today. For those of you who have been watching and participating, to be able to snag that bonus while it is there. And you can message me, you can find me on all my social media if you have any questions. Okay, trying to go back. There we go. Okay, so that is it for today. So tomorrow's schedule, 6 a.m. morning meditation, and then 12 o'clock somatic dance and meditation class on Zoom. And that will be, since it's on Zoom, you can join it live, not just on Facebook Live, but actually come to the Zoom. So I will email that link and I will post it in the group so that you can attend live. All right, so have a beautiful day, and I will be announcing the winner of the journal soon, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.